The primary time axis. What is the surrounding world? It is the primary time axis. All existing is the informational space of my personal self-consciousness. All that I perceive personally is present in my informational space, even if I don't see it, but still perceive and know that it exists. From the holograph system, a pharmacopy projects itself to the primary time axis and moves to a factor axis by frequency immediately. A factor axis corresponds to the current narrow experience diapason, informational diapason. As a matter of fact, thus, pharmacopy becomes this factor axis. And my focus of close attention is the scanner that gathers information from factor axis. If the dynamics of the focus is fixated on some definite levels, definite subdiapasons of feeling thinking to the most extent, so the focus will be attracted just to the part of the primary time axis, or GLUVU, where the current diapason is performed mostly. But where is the diapason from? Where is vibration from? In my primary time axis? Again, the primary time axis is not an axis in fact. It's all that happens around me, that surrounds me, all that goes beyond the Earth, our galaxy, the solar system, all that I am able to perceive anyhow. It all is the primary time axis. The primary time axis corresponds to the extent of my interest every second and merges with the dynamics of my interest, the reflection of which is the focus of close attention.
Динамикой моего интереса, который является фокус пристального внимания, отражением которого является...
And just this moment of the most intensive dynamics in the primary time axis overlaps, and then I start scanning the temporal ethereal constituent from a realizational niche during my experiences and my life creativity.
Из определенной реализационной ниши
I scan the part of hologram of the temporal ethereal constituent, which is attached to the definite development scenario of mine.
Ту часть голограммы временной эфирной наполняющей, которая привязана к определенному сценарию моего развития. Потому что изначально
temporal ethereal constituent is dispersed throughout the structure of my primary time axis, self-consciousness of my stereoform, and is attached dynamically to every pharmacopy. Why to every pharmacopy? Because pharmacopy exists in beyond time regime. The information, which I have just come in my time flow, has been existing originally in that realizational niche. All the experiences which I could gather 100,000 years ago and 100,000 years forward are recorded in that realizational niche. And this experience adheres strictly to the configuration of interest performed by me. Why am I talking about it all? Because you have no conception about the placement of the temporal ethereal constituent. The placement can't be, because the temporal ethereal constituent is dispersed in the holographic system every instant. Permanent activity of pharmacopies, which are tied to the wave vibration of every DNA, your DNA and your gender, is a component of the temporal ethereal constituent. All that pharmacopies are experiencing now is tied to definite sites of your future and your past. All that our ancestors experienced, in our view, is existent still now. We continue to experience it in the category of time flows, which we call the memory of the world of the past. Where is the current event fixed? By what means is it fixed? By what mechanism of the holographic system? By a realizational niche. This is the narrow-frequency holographic file. If we tune to it, we get from it only that is tied to possibilities of our realizations at this moment in this time flow. We can get what we are interested in, mostly from this holographic quantum, in another time flow, in the third, in the 110th, in millionth. What we get is tied to the current time flow, to the current scenario by definite means, originally. Perhaps programmers might understand me better, who tie one and the same information to a multitude of various programs in a computer. This program wouldn't run, and the second, the third, the fourth, until I connect this stuff with another, the third, the fourth, the fifth stuff. When I press delete button, a series of interrelations runs. This is removed there, 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 but not there and there. You see, all that I have depicted by a computer is an energy-informational interrelation. Exactly the same way everything is connected with each other in the holographic system. Because actually, we all are a moment of the joint appearance of the focuses of close attention and the focuses of dual reflection within the time flow, as time is tied to space. As a matter of fact, the time dynamics forms all that we call space and not the other way around. We have the possibility to tie this small holographic moment, the experience of every pharmacopy, to the definite dynamics of time or the definite time flow. This stuff is called now not the holographic system, but the temporal ethereal constituent of stereo form.